Welcome to News Insights Digital.
Part of Ayushman, and so there's nothing actually to differentiate between the two. But we are working more on the legal field, and they are working more on the digital platform. But we share the same principles in life as far as children are concerned. Now, we actually describe ourselves as the voice for the voiceless. Now, who are the voiceless? The voiceless are the children, because they have no one to share their thoughts and no one to whom they can say. When you're bringing a child to the court, he has nothing to say. He is saying, or the child is saying only what the child is being tutored. And that is what is parental alienation. Now, about the impact of parental alienation, some figures have already been quoted by Ghazal. I'm not repeating those things. There's a news in today's Times of India. You'll find the news in all the newspapers, everything Deccan Herald and everything. This is a suicide which has happened yesterday of one of our members. He's called Atul Sora. And his child, the 4-year-old son, was made to file a maintenance case against him. And he was suffering from a lot of other cases. And this was a mental harassment, and he created a suicide. The suicide note of 40 pages have been given to the police. The police are investigating this case. They have registered an FIR. I don't know whether the media people are aware of this. So this is what is the impact of parental alienation on parent and the children. Now, can you go through?
Subsequently, I just spoke with her. See, Rupa, whatever you're doing, it's not correct. This is what I'm observing. Your child you're ruining the life of the child. And within a span of just hardly 1 month, she spent the time with the child, and she conceived for the second child.
Parenting, co-parenting example. So I think we need to. I just will use the photo to amplify his
Milap, I have with me here Arijit Mitra from Ayushman. We represent the cause of parental alienation. We held a press conference here today in Press Club of India, Bangalore, where we had media as well as panel experts who are working in this area of parental alienation, as well as a lot of parents who were here talking about their journey, talking about the effect of parental alienation, which is basically when one child is kept away from the life of the parent, and they are manipulated, they are rejected, they are basically coerced to take one of the parents. Happens often because of divorce and acrimony in families. So it was a entire day of discussions with experts, and what is also not just a huge social pandemic, but also what are the possible steps that can be taken.
Many children want mother and father both this. What do you want to say about that?
Yes. Yes. We believe that a child needs the father and the mother both. And the Supreme Court has also recognized this in a number of cases. So that is why we are promoting and trying to support shared parenting. And then also we are asking the executives to pass the Law Commission Report Bill, which they have framed in 2015, which is lying in storage. And therefore, as you know, I think you know that the Karnataka High Court has suo motu filed an PIL on parenting guidelines, on which we are also intervening for them from Ayushman, and we are trying to have some uniformity in parenting guidelines so that the shared parenting concept can be put into place as a law in India.
So any counseling they have kept for universities like
yes, we have chapters.
You go with the court or you do in the Ayushman?
No, we are both in the court and also outside. We both are doing voluntary service for these alienated children and also for the alienated parents. And we are trying to guide them on how to go about it. Also important is how to psychologically cope with your mental health when you are facing this problem. It is very important, because unless you are mentally fit, you won't be able to fight for the child.
Okay. So one of the things that we do is create a lot of awareness in people, like Arijit said, in how to cope up with this journey. Second is what is the kind of help that is available to them, whether it is emotional help, legal help. So we do a lot of sessions, we get the experts and help people understand how to cope up with facing this.
What is the main scenario behind this?
I think the main scenario is people are not able to amicably co-parent, and they are not able to sort out their differences despite opting to get divorced, despite opting to have separation. They are not able to and of course the legal system also gets adds fuel to the fire, and that elongates the entire process of divorce and separation. Second is also, I think, the inability for people to understand that what they're doing is really harming their children. So it's a huge social problem. There's a lot of course, lack of awareness. Although people are educated, they're earning well. But the fact that there is very little emphasis on taking help through counselling and the damage of all of this acrimony on children is what really people need to take note of.
And basically, the ego of the parents are coming in front. You see, the child goes in the background. As I said, so the child has no voice in the court or anyway. So it's people like us who has to take up the cudgels and speak for them. So that is the issue. And we hope that the media will be more sensitive, and the media is appreciating. We have stories coming out sometimes. We see, as she said, it was not there 7-8 years back when we faced all this problem. So I think with time, everything will go and better things will happen for us. Thank you.